Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Techi Sugan. In this video, we are going to see with previous year Code Vita question. This question is all about super ASCII string. Let us read the question in detail. In the byteline country, a string S is said to be super ASCII string if and only if count of each character in the string is equal to its ASCII value. Here in first paragraph what they are saying is we are going to accept a string from the user and I am going to check whether the given string is super ASCII string. When these people are saying this string is a super ASCII string, when occurrence of each character in a string is equal to its ASCII value, they are mentioning the particular string is super ASCII string. Now let us understand what is ASCII value given here. In the byteline country, ASCII code of A is 1, B is 2 and Z is 26. Your task is to find out whether the given string is a super ASCII string or not. Now let us understand the second paragraph what they are given. Here they are mentioning the super ASCII value for A is 1, B is 2 and it will be incrementing so on till Z. So we people know that ASCII value for lowercase a is 97, B is 98 and so on. This could be a ASCII value. But according to the given question, these people are speaking about super ASCII value, where super ASCII value of A is 1, B is 2 and so on, it is incrementing. Our condition is to check number of occurrence of a character is equal to its super ASCII occurrence, then the particular string is said to be super ASCII string. We'll move on further and see what's the question they are given. Input format. First line contains number of test cases T, followed by T lines each contain a string. So based on your test cases, those many string you people are going to accept it. And what is your output? For each test case, print S if string S is super ASCII, else no. So we are supposed to check whether string is a super ASCII string. If at all it is a super ASCII string, I will display S as my output, else I will display no as my output. Next they are given about the constraint. Here the constraint what they are speaking about is, first is test case. How many test case it can be? I can have 1 to 100 test case. And second constraint is the string can be of 1 to 400, which is nothing but the length of a string can be of minimum 1 till 400 it can be, and the string contains only lowercase alphabet A to Z. We might have a doubt that here we people are speaking about ASCII value, right? So if at all have capital A, what is the condition? People will have a doubt here. For this they are given a clear constraint. Whatever the input we are accepting will be of only lowercase. Clear? Now we'll see the sample value what they are given. First value what they are given is 2, that is nothing but number of test cases, and after this the first string what they are given is A, B, B, C, C, C. So this is your first string, and if at all your string is like this, I will display S as my output, and next value is A, B, C. Here your second string does not follow the constraint. For this case it will display no as your output. I think so I made you people clear with the question. We'll move on to the explanation part. This one we people have seen here, that is nothing but super ASCII value and what is the alphabet and what is the concerned ASCII value. If at all this is your input, I will display S as your output. If this is your input, I will display no as your output. How can we solve this particular problem? This particular question can be solved such a way, we people should have a count of A. If your count of A is equal to its super ASCII value, I can say this particular first alphabet follow the rule of super ASCII string, and same way I'll take count of B. I'll check whether it is following the super ASCII value. Same way count of C. So for this count, let me declare one more element called list, which is nothing but alphabet count. And we people know that whenever I'm speaking about alphabet can be of to the maximum of 26 character. So let me declare a list and initialize the complete list for 26 character as 0, and now we are going to have the count of this particular data. First we will take your first test case here, A, B, B, C, C, C. Here how many number of A is there? 1. So what is the position of A? Is the first position, right? I will change the count value as 1. And how many number of B is there? 2. And how many number of C is there? 3. That's how your string has been terminated. So I'm going to traverse from beginning of your string to end of your string, and I'm going to have a count of the concerned character. Clear? Here I'm storing sequentially, since this is a position of A and this is a position of B and this is a position of C. Clear? And after storing this data, I'm going to compare with my original data, whether A has super ASCII value 1 and this value also has 1. And similarly B has super ASCII value as 2. This is also having 2. It is not violating the rule. And C has super ASCII value was 3. So this is also having 3. And we'll check for the rest of the value. Either the count should be equal to the super ASCII value, or the count of the alphabet can be of 0. There is no rule that a string should have all the alphabet from A to Z. It can have any number of character, right? It can be of 1 to 400 character. So if at all a particular character is present, you should have those many count of your super ASCII string. Is that clear? Now we people can move to your coding part. First input, we are accepting number of test cases from a user. So let me declare TAssign. It's an integer input. So let us typecast it here. Int of input. So those many time I'm supposed to accept string, right? So let me accept your input value of string inside your for loop for I in range of t. And your input is accepted in a variable name called yes. So let me declare yes. And here let me accept a string value from user. So this loop is going to iterate, and those many test cases I'm going to accept input from the user. And after this, what I'm supposed to do, as we told that we are going to declare one list for having an alphabet count. So let me declare alpha count as my one list. Initially it is an empty list. By iterating this complete list, I'm going to initialize the entire list of 26 character as 0 initially. Clear? I'm going to initialize this list for 26 character to 0. So I'm going to append 0 26 times. So till this, what I did, I have accepting number of test cases. First let me accept first input. I'll declare 1. List for alphabet count, I'm initializing the complete count as 0. And after this, what I'm supposed to do? And after this, let us take a sample input. Let us assume this is the input given: A, B, B, C, C, C. A once, B twice and C thrice. So what I'm supposed to do is, I'm supposed to find out number of occurrence of A, and I'm supposed to update in this position. For this, we people are supposed to write a logic. First, if you want to find the number of occurrence of A, first I should traverse this string, right? So for this, let me write for I in S. So I'm going to traverse this string. For each and every iteration, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the first character of a string. There is nothing but, I'm going to take ASCII value of it, ASCII value of your first character. So what happens here, if this A, B, B, C, C, C is your string, first A will be taken, ASCII value of A is taken. I am subtracting 97 from your ASCII value. So first value is A. The ASCII, here we people are dealing with ASCII value. ASCII value of A is 97. ASCII value of A is 97. 97 minus 97 gives you 0. So your K value is right now 0, which is nothing but position of A. If at all you are taking first value of A, if I am subtracting 97 with the given value, what happens? I can able to find the place value of occurrence of A. So there, what I am supposed to do, I am supposed to increment your count value, which is nothing but alpha of K plus assign 1. So what happened? First A will be taken. I'll subtract with the ASCII value of 97. Then I'll find the position of A. I'll increment by 1. For the next iteration, B will be taken. For next character B, ASCII value is 98. So 98 minus 97 will give you 1. This 1 is nothing but K value will become as 1. So alpha count of 1 will be incremented by 1. So initially I have incremented A count as 1. Now when I am taking B, B count will become as 2. Again I will take C. The same way C count will be incremented by 3. It's so on. It will go till your end of your string. Now I hope so you people are clear with this iteration. After this, I can able to find that all the alphabet count has been entered in my alpha count. Now I am supposed to compare this alpha count value with the ASCII count value what they are given. We know that ASCII count value they are given for alphabet A is 1, B is 2 and C is 3 and so on. This was the information they are given, and we are supposed to compare this alpha count is following the number of values of super ASCII value what they are given. If I am supposed to compare, I am supposed to iterate this 26 characters, right? So let me write a for loop for I in range of 0 to 26. Clear? This is for iteration of 0 to 26 count, and check whether my alphabet count and super ASCII count is equal. How can I check my alphabet count? I am supposed to traverse this alpha count list. So let me have alpha count of I. Alpha count of 0th position is equals to here super ASCII value. Super ASCII value for the A is 1, right? So for 1, I am going to increment this I value plus 1. So alpha count of I initially is 0. Your 0th position has value 1. It is equals to super ASCII value of A is 1. So initially I value is 0. I am going to mention I plus 1. Is that clear? If your 0th position and this value is equal, if A is occurring, your alpha count and the value will be equal. Super ASCII count will be equal. If A is not there, what could be a alpha count? I am supposed to mention my alpha count equals to 0. Is that clear? Either my alpha count can be of 1 or it can be of 0. If it is so, I'll have one variable called flag value as 1. Okay, I'm going to iterate the entire string and find out. Else, if it is not there, I'll initialize my flag value as 0. Clear? And after initializing 0, there is no more iteration required. I can break it immediately. This is how a logic completes. Very simple logic. I am taking each and every count here and comparing with my super ASCII value. For super ASCII value, I am not having any separate array. I know that super ASCII value of A is 1, so I am going to mention I plus 1. If at all A is present, it will be 1. If it is not present, it will be 0, right? So I told you that there is no necessity that all the alphabet should be there. It can be of concern super ASCII value or 0. If it is there, I will initialize my flag value to 1. Else, I will retain my flag value to 0. And I am supposed to check whether the given string is super ASCII string or not. For this, each and every test cases I am supposed to print the value. So let me check a condition here and let me print here. I will print yes if my flag value not equals to 0. Whenever it is 1, it is a super ASCII value. I will print yes. Else, I will print no. Here, I will check whether my flag value not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, it is a super ASCII string. Else, it is not a super ASCII string. This is for your first string. And for your next iteration, next string will be accepted and it will check for a super ASCII string. Now, we will execute this code. Let me give run. Your first input is number of test cases. So, let me give 2. Your first test case value is A, B, B, C, C, C. This is your first test case value. So, this particular given input is a super ASCII string where your A occurs once, B occurs twice and 3 occur thrice. And your next input, let me give ABC. This particular string is not a super ASCII string since B occurred only once and C occurred only once. I hope so you are clear with this particular program about super ASCII string. If at all you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.